What's going on? It's your boy Lionel, class of 2009, back with another episode of PV versus everybody. And listen, as the tags say, play swing before kickoff. That's what we say. That's what we say. But before we get into it and get our special guest and our co-host up on the scene, I got to remind you guys, man, listen, if you're not following us, make sure you're following us on all platforms, all right? Listen, not only on Instagram, not only on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, but also on TikTok now, right? So make sure you follow us on all platforms, PV_versus_everybody. And listen, go ahead and like and subscribe. Listen, if you have not subscribed already and you've been coming over and being blessed by all of the wonderful shows that we got now on the PV versus Everybody Network, then you're missing out. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can catch us live all the time. And we're on the push. We want to push up. All right, we passed the 1,000 mark, and now we're on the way to 1,100 subscribers. So again, if you have not subbed yet, man, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, man, and make sure you're locked in with your people over here on the PV versus Everybody Network. And listen, it's not just myself, not just Coach, not just Mr. Mickens, but listen, every Wednesday we got our guy. I said Brass himself, Mr. Brass Monkey himself. All right, in the building with productive people. I know you guys been enjoying it. Listen, the best intro of any show, all right, in the nation, all right, just the best intro, period, okay? Not only that, we got our guys, the PV Nation podcast, live every Thursday, too, as well, so make sure you lock them with them, man, because, hey, listen, we got a lot of stuff going on. We're in the middle of some great things going on, especially when we talk about in the spring, talking about the spring team. There's 3 teams, though. There's a spring team, there's a summer team, and then there's the team, right? That's what Coach Jackson tells us. So we're going to talk a little bit about this spring team coming up. But first and foremost, I got to bring up my guys, man. First and foremost, Coach Northern, Mr. Carey. Man, how y'all doing? Missed you guys.
Hey, man, it's been a minute. Look, the funny thing about it, I actually have people, when they see me in Academy or HEB in the front of the neighborhood, asking me, hey man, when y'all gonna do something? You know, don't get forgot about. And hey, then the other thing, me and Coach Jackson laugh about it. I was gonna ask you to put the picture of me and him side by side because that's, and I hope I ain't violating no man law, but that's a very handsome dude. Because I'm gonna say I keep getting mistaken for him. I don't know if he gets mistaken for me, but he must be like Big Worm say when Coach Southern had Odoms. Hey, man, that must be a good-looking joke if he getting mistaken for me. So I'm ready for it, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, listen, we're gonna find out if he get mistaken for you in a few seconds, okay? Yeah. Mr. Mickens, how you been, man? We've been gone for a minute, but we back again.
Hey, we've been gone, but the dog training has been commissioned.
Hey, the dog training is still in service. We just had probate, okay, but like Coach Jackson say, he not getting paid for none of that. All right, you know what I mean? Ain't got nothing to do with it. But listen, Coach Jackson, we just want to find out: do people mistake you for Mr. Heist Northern, Coach Heist Northern? Do you get that when you go to HEB? You talk about being pulled up on a lot of times.
Yeah, we need to know.
I hadn't got that one yet. I hadn't got that one yet, but I bet, man, between Coach Northern and Coach Early on my stuff, Coach Early get all the free stuff because everybody think he me, and he walk in mad. He got a thick beard, and so he probably coming up on both of us, Coach.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, and I'm sure he's not going to correct nobody. It's just like, hey, it's not my job to tell you who I am. Okay, you got to figure it out on your own. But man, we're in the middle of this spring, year 2. talking about year 2, Coach, and you guys got a lot of things going on right now. But I want to just start actually with just asking, because you guys have had a couple different guys move, even in your staff, in your department, and go on to different places. And I remember, hearing an interview with you talking about, before you even came to Prairie View, interview and talking about how you really care about your coaching tree. You care about the guys that work with you and under you. And you've had a chance, obviously, to learn from a lot of great coaches, but now you've also had a chance to pour into a lot of coaches. Can you just talk about what's the motivation for you for really caring about, one, the coaching tree, and maybe also talk about a couple of those guys that you had a chance to work with and kind of some places that they've been able to go to now as well?
Yeah, man, that care comes from somebody cared about Tremaine Jackson. The Johnny Coles and the Kevin Ramseys of the world, and they really poured into Tremaine Jackson. And so when I was a young assistant, really thought I knew a lot more than what I knew. Those guys really helped shape and mold me, along with a lot of other coaches. So it's just, for me, man, we're always trying to give back, just like we give to our players. We got a duty to give to our staff, because those guys, they do a lot of the work. And when I'm out fighting financial aid or across campus doing something, trying to raise some money, those guys are in the office, and they allow me to go do that without having to worry about so much of the football, and I can catch it on the back end. And so I don't think a lot of people know what head coaches really do, but I haven't had to call a play in my 6 years of being a head coach, nor do I want to, because I think I got really good people to do that, man. And I was thinking about this the other day when I was driving. Every offensive coordinator I've had is somewhere bigger right now. They're all in Division I, and they all make more money than me. And so and the latest one is Rick Bowie. Rick Bowie is at UTSA as the offensive coordinator. I hired him to Valdosta State, and he had been an analyst. He had never even been on the field. And man, that dude sat down. Me and him interviewed at a coffee shop at the San Antonio Convention Center. I hired him, and he did a good job for us for 2 years. And not only did I hire him, I told him when it was time for him to go. Hey, man, you got to go. And I think when you really love people, man, and you appreciate what they've done for you, then you got an obligation to tell them when it's not time to go and when it's time to go, regardless of what that does to your program or to you. When it's time to move on, it's time to move on. Brandon Anderson has been my play calling defensive coordinator since I've been a head coach. I told him to leave a few times, but he just won't leave. And he's had several opportunities, man, across the country. Same thing with Trent. Trent's been with me, has stayed either across the street or down the street from me since I've been a head coach. And dude turns down opportunities because he don't want to go. And that's something that I'm proud of too. When people get offered great opportunities, but they love the environment that they're in so much that they don't want to go. And so, and for me, that's my job. I think it's my job to provide an atmosphere and an area where people can grow, thrive, and not leave because they don't like the people. They somebody offer you enough money, I'm gonna make you go. But those guys have been offered some similar money, and we've been able to keep them just because of the environment that we have. And so I'm really, man, you find me a head coach that don't have no coaches that went on and do bigger things, he wasn't a very good head coach in my opinion. And it's not just a player ran deal. It's got to be for the coaches as well, man. And that's what you see with great coaches. You see it with the Nick Saban tree. You see it with the Bear Bryant tree. All these guys got trees. I used to didn't care about that. Now, man, I care about that because I tell them I'm gonna say something and make somebody mad one day. They're gonna get me out of there, and I'm gonna need to fall back and get a job with one of y'all.
Yeah, I like that, Coach. What do you think? Do you help them look at all angles? Because sometimes the intrinsic value of where you already are beats the money. So sometimes the timing might not be the best. The environment that's offering you the money might not be the best. So is that something you guys sit down and look at all the angles?
I tell those guys yes and no. Here's what I tell my coaches. If you have an opportunity and you've done a good job here and you have an opportunity, then you need to come tell me what that opportunity is. It's my job to either match it, exceed it, or tell you we can't do nothing with it. And then you make the decision from there. And a lot of times, man, you know, here and at the previous places, I've had to go, there's nothing else I can do. Because I'm not the coach that holds money on the front end. The job pays what it pays. Man, if that job pays $14, I'm going to give you $14, and I ain't going to give you 10 and then come back and give you $2 more just to kind of wag. I'm never like that, and I never want to do that. And so when guys get opportunities, and I tell them in the beginning of the season, late October, November, you're going to start, the rumblings are going to start. You just need to walk in there and tell me. And then it's my job to go to the next level and say, hey, man, I don't want to lose this dude. Or it's my job to say, man, it's time for you to go, and then have a plan, form a plan on how we're going to get you replaced. And so that's just the nature of the beast. So we look at it. Bro, I've helped guys with their family situations. There's a lot that goes into it, man. There's a lot of guys that got kids and they have to stay through the year. So you're dealing with a man leaving his family in January, which I think we've all had to do at some point in this coaching business. And I got guys with young kids. So you're gonna leave your wife with a 4-year-old, 6 months?
Ooh.
Nah, bro. Like, and so all that stuff plays into it. But ultimately, what I really try to do is make sure we create a environment where we can match things. It's a little easier to do that when you win a championship, right? That's an easier conversation to go in there and have and say, hey, man, I don't want to lose so-and-so. I'm going to need a little bit more bread. And so, you know, our administration has been really graceful with that. Well, I didn't have to go have that conversation. The proof is in the pudding. We're the top 5 defense. We're the top 20 offense. And everything in between, right? And so we had number 1 pass defense in the country. They give out plaques for that. Coach Northern know about that. Those plaques come in about mid-May. You know what I mean? We looking for those. And those go with us. When we go, those plaques go. Those are not Prairie View plaques, and coaching plaques. And I know the guys before me got them because I can't find them around here.
That's resume right there.
You got to talk to your frat brother on that one.
Hey, hard roll.
That's it.
Hey, Coach, why you talking about people and your staffing situation? You know, I told you I got a lot of respect for Coach Manning. And Coach Colbert sort of moving around still on the staff. A lot of respect for that guy because, like, you know, I was coaching corners and he was coaching wide receivers at 2 schools. So can you speak about those guys and the input or what they bring to your program and staff, having known them for a long time?
Yeah, man. Both of those dudes I work with at the other place. Coach Colbert is a Texas Southern legend, man. And I really feel like, you know, Coach Colbert one day, if he wants to, is going to be a head coach, either at that place or somewhere, right? At some point in his career, I got that much respect for the dude. So when I hired Coach Colbert, he wanted to coach on the field, and I knew he did. He was coming from Beaumont United, but I really needed Coach Colbert to go with me on some things because he understood the type of job Prairie View A&M is and what you have to do to get your feet on the ground the right way. And it's kind of like that old saying, Coach, you only get one time to make a first impression. Well, Prairie View A&M, in my opinion, was trying to make a first impression with us. So I wanted to make sure I had the right people with me so I wasn't looking through the old enameled glasses. I'm just so happy to be here. And we got what we needed. And so I asked him, I said, Coach, man, I need you to be in this operations role. Just if we can win the time we can make a move, I'll make a move. And he was still able to be an offensive assistant. He handled 2-minute for us on game day, let me know what we had timeout wise. But he really was able to go with me to a lot of those meetings that you have on the front end. I originally gave him the chief of staff title. Well, the president don't want 2 chief of staffs on campus, right? So I got trumped on the chief of staff deal, and so I bowed out of that one. and we kept him in the operations role. So when Jacoby left and went to Missouri State, which was a great opportunity for him, it was a no-brainer what I was going to do there. And not only did we make him a receiver coach, but we made him the assistant head coach, promoted Trent to associate head coach, because those two guys, whenever I'm not here, they're running the program. And then with Manny Martinez, I've been a head coach for 6 years. I probably tried to hire Manny 4 times. And it just wasn't, the timing wasn't right. Family situations. Manny Martinez family lives in Pearland, and Manny Martinez at one point was the O-line coach at Howard and staying in the office. He had been around the block, high school. He really has a unique story in his coaching career. And Manny's a fighter, but he's a hell of an O-line coach.
Yes.
I've been blessed, Coach. I lost a hell of an O-line coach and replaced him with another hell of an O-line coach. And so, when Bryce had the opportunity to go back to Valdosta as the OC, which is big for O-line coaches, we know,
yes,
to be the OC. And here's what I want people to know, because some people will say, why would he go back D2? In Valdosta State's history, there's been 3 labeled offensive coordinators. So when I got to Valdosta State, they didn't have an offensive coordinator job posting because I was the first head coach that didn't call the plays. All 10 before me called plays, right? So I had to create an offensive coordinator job posting. Well, there's only been 3 guys that had it: Rick Bowie, Graham Craig, who is now the head coach, and Bryce Carlson. So I've been affiliated with all 3 non-head coaching offensive coordinators. Man, that's special. You got to go do that at that place for his career. And that's another thing, man. I could have told Bryce, why would you want to go do that? Yeah. Don't do that. Stay here with us. Right. And I believe he would have done it. But my conversation with Bryce was, man, you got an opportunity to be an O-line coach and go be the OC at that place, the home of the air raid. Hey, man, when I see you when I get back, I was in the airport. I'll see you when I get back to give you a hug and tell you to go. My next call was to Manny Martinez saying, hey, man, my old line coach about to leave. I need you to come coach this offensive line. He was at A&M Kingsville, and I think Manny was there before I hung up the phone. I tell the story, and Coach, I think I told you, Coach Northern, every Christmas break, since we didn't work together after the 11th season. So from 2012 on, the last 14 Christmas breaks, every time I come home, Manny Martinez and I go, and we go to this Chinese restaurant ironically, it's over in Bel Air by Dr. Now, the gastric bypass doctor.
Oh, gee.
That's we walk at the buffet, and we see the 600-pound light people over here going in. And I just hope it ain't me one day.
Yeah.
I'm full,
one less plate.
Yeah. So we've done that. I've watched his kids grow up. He's watched mine grow up. Man, it's when the opportunity came, it was a no-brainer.
Yes, sir.
Man, you know, I think that's super interesting, right? And hearing that you and Coach Martinez is continue to get together, right, yearly. You know, it's something that even me and my wife always talk about is, you know, we have things that she has done in her family, talk about things that I've done in my family traditionally grow up. But then there's the question, well, how do you create your own thing too as well? And so, you know, just listening when you talk about that, it shows that you are somebody who understands and respects putting things in place, these new connections, right? And respecting those connections, respecting also traditions. And one thing you talked about recently in the interview was saying that, hey, you wanted to bring some traditions back that you saw that Prairie View had, but also you wanted to create some new traditions. Can you talk a little bit about that as well? Like, what are maybe some of those traditions that you've seen that you say, man, at some point we're looking to maybe bring this back, right? Or talk about some of those things that you're looking as well of saying, man, we would love to implement this here. And it's not a plaque, so it ain't gonna leave. It's something that you want to put here and it's gonna stay.
You know, to answer the first part, we had to do a lot of research coming in. Coach Northern knows this because he's been the head coach here. Man, I'm head coach 35. Anytime programs had 35 head coaches, there's a lot of different things that was started, maybe stopped, We had a couple of one-year head coaches. And so things get lost in the shuffle, right? Coach Nix did all that he did. And then you get into the 90s and it got kind of rocky. Then Coach Frazier came here and leveled some things out, started some things. Then Coach Northern got the job, kind of kept some of that going with his flavor on it. And then here comes a new stadium that brings new things. And so it's all these different things. So we tried to find out what was Prairie View A&M football. What is something that all these generations can relate to? And so we did some digging, and what we found was just making sure we stay connecting at all times. That was the one thing Coach Nix did that people always talked about. How Coach Nix would come and visit their high schools. At one point, man, Coach Nix really had this deal on lock now.
Yes.
Like, you don't send me your kids, I'm going to get you fired. I mean, I wish we can get back to that. And so, but in saying that, those guys had that much admiration and respect for Coach Nix that they did it. And not only did they do it, it forced them to come back to the Hill, watch their players, see Coach. And it was just, you look at that time frame, they won a lot because everybody was familiar with one another. And it was a different time, right? And so we realized that that's the one thing we can always do. We can always find ways to stay connected to one another. And so we're going to have a lot of the 09 team come back and pass those rings to this generation of guys, along with anybody else that ever played at Prairie View A&M, because we want to make sure that people know we understand the rough patch that happened. You're not excluded. You actually included, because had you not stayed fighting, then a lot of us wouldn't have got to this point that we are right now. And so you're probably more important to come back and stay connected. Some things that we want to do differently. We won all these championships, but if you walk in our stadium, you don't see it. And so we've got to be able to put in all the conference championships, all the Black College National Championships that we won. So that way, when our guys are practicing in that stadium and they look up on that press box, they know what we're here for. It ain't just talking, right? Faith comes by hearing, but we know people need to see it. You don't see it before you see it, you'll never see it. And so we do things in the meeting room, but there are some things in the fourth quarter when it's tight that you need to be able to look up on the walls and go, hey, man, we win here. This is what we do. And so we're trying to get that stuff put up. We're putting graphics and things in the hallway. A lot of white walls at Prairie View A&M. We're going to try to wrap some of them up and get some things that guys are familiar, former players. So many people played at Prairie View A&M that you wouldn't even know. I mean, I can't go through the airport. Everybody at TSA played at Prairie View, or either they nephew.
He's a big guy.
Bro, I think I got my cigar cutter through TSA simply because I had on a shirt and the dude said, Coach, we going back to Atlanta, ain't we? I said, hey, you know we going back. Y'all let him through. His nephew had played here in the 90s, and man, people just so I want our guys to be able to experience those things and know who played here, know who's been around. They need to know Coach Nix is in the College Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You don't know that, man. I found that out when I went to being at Valdosta State. You go to Atlanta, and I finally went to the College Football Hall of Fame, and I went in that part because I ain't gonna lie. We're not doing this for fun. I'm competitive. You got to have a 60% winning percentage to get in the College Football Hall of Fame. Tremaine Jackson going. I'm telling you right now. But it ain't for me. It's for all the players that we played, that have played for us, all the people that have coached for us. And so, man, I think we got to always start and create traditions and have things around so guys can see what Prairie View A&M football is about. So those are the couple of things that we're doing and that we're trying to always keep. We're going to do that deal in fall camp again where we invite those alums back. Man, guys got jobs that day.
Yes.
You don't know that. Guys got jobs that day, man. Like, it was what it was. And so we got to make sure we do that. And we should get more and more and more as the years go. We're buying suits We buy guys suits now. If you got a gray suit, that means you played for us in year one. If you got a black suit, you was there in year one and year two. And so now we're doing suits by color, so I know what year you play. Because one day I'm gonna get old. I ain't gonna remember. But I'm gonna always know. Wait a minute, what suit you got? Because I got the gray one and the black one. All right, he was there year one and year two. And so little things like that. But that suit also helps them get a job. When they get offered that job interview, now they can go present and get the job. And so we've had a lot of guys get jobs from last year's team by wearing that gray suit that we bought. And I think that's a tradition we got to keep.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Coach,
yeah, that is. Yeah, Coach, one thing I don't want to say changed, but brought back or installed was getting out there to the community. And that really helps with your resume as well. How hard was it to make that adjustment and be able to get the players out there? Because that was a really good touch to see you do that.
Yeah, you can't play for us if you don't do community service. It's on our blueprint. We call it impacting the community. We tell our guys all the time, how dare you want somebody to come support you and you done nothing for them? The audacity of you to think somebody should support you and you've given nothing to them. Why should they? People support people they believe in. So why should they believe in you? Because you chose to come to school and get you a degree? Man, you gotta get out there and give back. So every player in our program is responsible for 10 hours of community service in the spring. We got 103 guys, so we should have 1,030 hours of community service along with GAs and coaches, and our program should put out over 1,500 hours of community service. Well, now, if you're connecting for 1,500 hours with people outside of our building, then somebody will come and buy that ticket. Somebody will. Man, I'm going to go over here and see so-and-so simply because he came and spoke to my mom and did bingo. I saw we had some guys do bingo the other day. I didn't even know we was doing that. if I had known and I had time, I would have went. Bingo, coach, you can play that at the Catholic Church at 18. You ain't got to be 21. I would have went and got me around there had I known. But it's now they're starting to find things. Man, we got guys go to the animal shelter.
I saw that too.
8 hours.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And get mad when the animal shelter closed on the weekend.
Yeah.
Well, those guys, it went from being a chore to now they want to do it.
Yes.
But then when people see them out in town and they show them some love back, then they like now they're getting something back. And I tell them, man, if you give, you'll receive. But even if you don't, it's better to give than to receive.
Yes.
And so they bought into that, man. I've really been proud of them. We're going to do this Beat a Match bone marrow deal. Sign up on Tuesday. And that's them just wanting to give back. You know,
that clip was good.
Yeah, like now they did it as like a blood drive, and then the people started talking. People started, hey, coach, this ain't no blood. I said, I know, chill out. It's social media. Just relax. But no, they're gonna do that, man, and it's been a really, really good deal for our guys to be in the community and just to be seen. And so I think they feel good about it. I know their parents love it. But then you never know who you're going to run into while you're doing some community service. And so it's been a good deal.
Yeah. And that's a big one because Black people are hard to match with the bone marrow. So I joined that program myself. So it's really important.
Yep.
Coach, you were talking about one of the new things that you guys are bringing on board. I hope I'm not jumping the gun, but can you talk a little bit about this week, what's coming up, along with the spring game, the football week, if it's not too much, giving away too much information?
Nah, coach, it's right on time, man. They paying for that 90s dome party like never before, coach.
Okay.
they buying pre-sales, coach. I ain't know we were selling pre-sale. They buying pre-sales. Man, you know, when you guys were on campus, I shared with you that we wanted to do this a year ago, but we just didn't have the time. Nor did we have the infrastructure to where we can pull it off and it be right. Now we feel like, we have the infrastructure. We got our people in place. And, man, tomorrow we're going to do that pie player. And, listen, I'm walking through the field house the other day, And there's 3 young ladies. They say, Coach, what day is the pie player? I said, well, why y'all want a pie player? They said, Coach, that don't matter. Let me know what day it is, and I'm willing to pay whatever I need to pay. And so we hadn't put a price on a pie. I told Dr. Williams, I said, man, we might need to put 5 or 10 on them pies.
Yeah.
The way they feel, we might be able to get a little fundraiser going. One young lady say, she called a player's number. She said, I want him to come. When I call his number, just come to the front.
Yeah.
And I got 6 pies for him.
Oh.
So it should be an eventful day. But here's what we wanted to do. We wanted to connect to those people. We wanted to connect to the students.
Yeah.
Man, I spent a lot of time off campus connecting with alums and things of that nature. That's awesome. But, man, we got to find better ways and more creative ways to connect to our students. Yeah. How do you connect to a Prairie View A&M student? You create a good time, and you allow them to have it. Mm-hmm. And what we tried to do in football week was get some community service stuff done, create some good times, create some laughs and memories, but also create opportunities to have conversations to make sure our students are consistently supporting the football program. And they have been. And they show up to practice. We have an open practice, but practice really been open for them all the spring ball because they've been there. And I see them walking across the balcony. Yeah. And they come at the right time because they don't want to watch no Indy. They want team. They want
to see some hitting going on.
Yeah, they want to see somebody hitting. all them appetizers, we want the dish.
Yeah.
And so Monday we'll do the pie player with the draft. The draft will be Monday night. And so we split our seniors in the purple and gold teams. We'll announce who the number 1 pick. A lot of feelings going to be hurt tomorrow night, Coach. A lot of feelings. And here's the deal. They get to draft the coaches, too. So you get to draft your head coach. You get to draft your offensive and defensive coordinator. A lot of coaches' feelings going to be hurt. A lot of kids they recruited ain't going to pick them.
Yeah.
And so I love watching that time. And then we go to Tuesday with the bone marrow. Wednesday will be the open practice. Thursday is that dome party, which I think it's got an opportunity to be a hit, man. Dr. Williams, that was his idea all the way. Mm-hmm. Like I said, man, I'm always open. And then Friday we got Junior Day. We're meeting with the faculty and staff and all the deans that Friday morning. And what I wanted to do, we wanted to make sure that those people in academia understand that we're not against them, that we're actually more academic than you. Mm-hmm. And because our guys have to follow, they're not the normal student. They're up against a lot of other things. I think when people don't understand that these guys aren't just jocks and come here to play football, then they treat them differently. Well, when you understand that they're in a program that is demanding, that wants them to be successful, and that we're willing to monitor it ourselves, then now we can have conversations. And I've been fortunate to be on a presidential search committee where I can speak the academic lingo. I understand shared governance. I understand the business acumen, and school is big business. And so there's some things, there's a lot of coaches that can't talk the lingo. I can talk the lingo. And I wanted to get a chance to get in front of them and show them that we are more than just what you see on Saturday. The difference is our test is seen on Saturday night. You can put 6 kids in biology class, they get all F's, and you get tenured.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That don't happen over here. Mm-hmm. You put 11 out there that can't play, I get fired. While you getting tenured, I'm getting fired. And so let's make sure we connect these dots. And so I think that's going to be really big. We got about 500 kids signed up for the actual Junior Day. Now, I always say you got to take half of what you get signed up, because the minute the wind blow and the raindrop falls, somebody all of a sudden can't come. And then we cap it off with the spring game. I don't do anything at the spring game but stand in the back and watch. Those coaches are coaching. It's their chance to get opportunities and get experience in different roles. Coach Buckner, Coach Anderson going to both be head coaches. Everybody, all the coaches are going to get an opportunity to call plays that night. And that way Monday we're going to come in and critique them plays. Because, you got that coach in the back be like, if it was me, I'd call
Yeah.
him.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
I understand he the
do
OC or the DC, but if it was
Right.
me,
Yeah.
you know, I would have. And then they go home and tell their uncle or their mama, yeah, you know, one day it's gonna be me. Well, that one day is gonna be Friday night. Give an opportunity. Everybody's gonna call a series, and we're gonna get a chance. Here's what it does, though. It allows the players to know that they better make sure that they draft the right people that know what they want to run. And it keeps the whole organization accountable. And so we look forward to this week, man. We're gonna try to continue to do it bigger and bigger every week. And then you know, we cap it off at the end on Saturday with a little crawfish boil at the house, man, and you know, for the staff. So
man, that's what's up. Well, Coach, I want to take you through a quick rapid fire session before we get into some direct football related questions. I know Coach Northern, you know, he recognized you are a man of a musical love, and so
here we go.
We got some interesting rapid fire, and then a couple football ones too as well.
So I had, you know, Coach, I was out there practicing a couple times the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And I noticed the singing going on, and I noticed on your ride in that you show what you're listening to. So I'm gonna have some verses. You can do it either who you would like to see in concert, who you would like to listen to on a long ride, or who you think just better. So I got about 20 of them. I'm gonna make them sort of quick. So Monica or Brandy?
Monica.
Earth, Wind, and Fire or the Commodores?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Outkast or UGK?
UGK.
Miami bass or Atlanta bass?
Atlanta bass.
Go-go or house music?
Oh man.
Ooh,
I'm gonna take the house music.
Okay.
Aretha Franklin or Gladys Knight?
Aretha every day.
Boosie or Webby?
Boosie.
All right. Kirk Franklin or Donnie McClurkin?
Kirk. Can't sing, but he still got a lot of hits.
Okay.
He can perform, yeah.
Charlie Wilson or Lionel Richie?
Man, I like Charlie. Last name Wilson.
All right.
That's right.
Cardi
Longevity.
B or Nicki Minaj?
Cardi B.
D'Angelo or Music Soul Child?
D'Angelo. R.I.P.
New Edition or Jodeci?
Jodeci. Got a lot of wins off of that one.
Hey, Fantasia or Patti LaBelle?
Oh man, that's tough. But I'm a Fantasia fan for real.
All right. No Limit or Cash Money?
No Limit Soldier.
Okay.
Tank. Roll the tank.
Shirley Caesar or Yolanda Adams?
Shirley Caesar.
Ice Cube or Ice T?
Ice Cube.
Jay-Z, Lil Wayne?
Nah.
Lil Wayne, the Carter.
Mary J or Mariah Carey?
Mary J.
I knew he say Mary.
Drake or Kendrick Lamar?
I'm a Drake fan.
Okay. Last but not least, who is your Houston GOAT rapper? You got to listen to one Houston rapper for the rest of your life. Who you picking?
Ooh, that's tough.
Ooh.
Slim Thug.
Over Scarface?
Okay.
I'm from Make
I
Us
was
Home.
thinking Scarface.
I'm from Make Us Home. I'm gonna stick with the home team.
Okay, then I get it now. All right, that's it. Like I say, we just want to have a little fun with the musical choices, though.
Yeah,
So I had one. You go with Dickers Bears or Purple People Eaters?
Purple People Eaters.
Okay, Purple People Eaters. All right, you got one. You got one guy you got to go with. Reggie White, Warren Sapp.
Man, I'm gonna go with Sapp Reggie White, because I know I'm gonna get a good hump move.
Oh yeah.
All right, last thing. We got start, bench, or cut. Jerry Rice, T.O., Randy Moss.
I'm gonna start Randy Moss. I'm gonna cut T.O. And I'm gonna get Jerry.
I was expecting T.O. to get cut.
Me too. I was
showed up on the
expecting
hill a couple times. So
Let's come on it. All right, I really like his game, boy, but them other two.
Yeah.
Okay,
Randy
that's
was
what's
different.
up.
Coach, let me ask you one other question. If you had to show your guys at Prairie View right now the best game you ever had as a high school collegiate player, what film you breaking out?
Waltrip versus Scarborough, 1999.
All right.
We told him out the frame, but it was me versus them.
Yeah.
And I won.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't show him the Forest Brook game the next week, though.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You used it all up.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hey, that was Coach. I like that versus. That was pretty good. I like that one.
No, that's
Mr.
that
Biggins,
was
what you
good.
got, man?
Well, y'all left one off that I want to know. Walter Payton or Barry Sanders?
Walter Payton.
Yeah, that's
He just ran super hard, man. And at a time when there wasn't no rules. And Barry Sanders is an awesome player.
Yeah.
Man, they out there grabbing joke about the back of the helmet when Walter Payton out there playing. Fairway jerseys and all that.
Man, listen, I saw old film of them promoting the NFL from, I forgot the year it was, right? But literally every play that they used in the promo would have been a penalty.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, big time.
Right.
Yeah.
Every single play. Every single play.
One quick question, Lionel. I got to know. Being that we lost one of my favorite defensive tackles this week, shout out to Refrigerator. I just want to know, did Coach ever get to run the ball?
I did, man, and I fumbled.
I
did.
Yeah, to represent, Coach.
I'm 2 carries, 4 yards, and a fumble. They ain't let me touch that thing no more. And that's you making me relive something I put way away.
2 for 4 and a fumble. Oh my god.
2 for 4 and a fumble. That's my career stat line on offense.
That wasn't the Scarborough tape right there.
No. That was we playing Wheatley High School, man. I thought I was gonna be able to go yard. And I spun out of a tackle and thought I was gone. And another dude, guy named Lawrence Vickers, man, played in the league for a little bit.
I remember that name.
Lawrence Vickers was a fullback, played at Colorado, and then went to the league. He played linebacker too. So Lawrence caught me right on the elbow. It was a wrap.
Yeah.
Never, old Jack never touched that thing again.
No, that was it.
Like, come on, sit on the sideline with me, okay? Sit on the sideline with me till the defense go back out. But Coach, man, speaking about, right, you know what I'm saying? Guys are jockeying for positions right now. Obviously, you talked about, there's ways that you can help this team, right? You can help as a starter, contributor, right? Or if you can't help, then we got to find that out, right? And we got to move on. So can you just talk a little bit about kind of what you've been seeing? You had a couple scrimmages now as well under your belt. You talked about making the quarterbacks live as well, right? Just talk about, man, maybe some of the guys that you see are willing to put their nose in there, right, and to be able to hit and take a hit, right? Because obviously, those are some of the guys you want to really see start rise to the top right now in the spring session.
Yeah, man, we got a safety from Troy named Rondell Carter, and he's from North Carolina originally. Man, he made some really good plays the other day. Just not afraid to hit you. Damani Maxson is a safety that's from Houston that came from Kansas. He's starting to grow up and really getting into the fit. And, with the way we play our safety structure, they're in the fit a lot of the times. And so you can't be afraid to jump down in there. And those 2 guys from the safety position have really done a good job. And then we got a guy named Harrison McKinley, man, who is a safety transfer from A&M Kingsville, that he was just out there knocking everything down the other day. So whatever he ate that day, I hope he eat it every day and continue to do that. He had a lot of gunpowder in his series, as we say. But those are some guys that, JJ Jean Luis, linebacker transfer from North Texas. I mean, this dude is a running, violent person. I don't know what somebody did to him when he was little, but he loves contact, right? And so now we got a lot of guys that are willing. We're just trying to make sure that they hit it in the right fit. You can be willing and misfitted and the ball go yard, right? And so we're trying to coach them on fits. We do things a little bit differently from a fit standpoint than what they're used to in how they fit in the coverage. So they just need reps. On the flip side, Tevin Carter got loose the other day, and he was live, and he made somebody pay for being live. And so, he's one of those guys that sometimes I don't think Tevin realized how big and powerful he is.
No, he's big. That's a big guy.
He's a really big kid, man. And so, and we need him to do things like that. If you look back at who's won the SWAC, the people that can run the quarterback when needed can win the SWAC. That's what happens. And Cam Peters, he won the SWAC because he was the leading rusher in the SWAC championship game. And so that's not something that's a coincidence. You even look back at when Jackson won and the backup quarterback came in, they ran quarterback counter and quarterback GT against Southern to win the SWAC. And so it's just one of those deals where we got to make sure we have quarterbacks that can pick them up and put it down. Eric Zachary has been lights out this spring. Chase Bingham has been lights out so far. Those guys are semester 3 is what we call it. They're semester 3 in the program. They know where things are. They know how things are said and what's meant by what's said. And so after 2 scrimmages, you look up and you go, okay, we probably got more guys vying for starting spots than we do contributing spots, right? The guys that are fighting for contributor spots are new or we've changed positions and they're trying to figure it out from a schematic standpoint. But as we told them today, your time is winding. You got, we went this week in an in-season model so that all our new guys can understand how we do things in season. Practice on a Sunday, off on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We play Friday, right? And so we did that this week so they can get the feel of what back-to-back practices are. Because in spring ball, it'll fool you. Tuesday, off Wednesday, I'm going to chill. Thursday, yeah. Well, now we want you to know this last week. Here's what we're about to get into when you get back in the helmet the next time, right? And so watching those guys do that, they're fighting for jobs and they're learning how we do things at the same time. There's not many guys. There's some guys that are going to be Black Cats 4s, but it's because they're really young. And the game moving extremely fast for them. And it's going to slow down, but those are the guys that need to be on the scout team, getting work every day, working on technique. And those guys are going to be really good players down the line. And I say down the line, I don't necessarily mean 2 years from now. Down the line could be October. You never know what kind of buying you might get into. And so I really like where we are because there's not a guy that I can look at and say, you're a Black Cat because you just can't play and you're never going to help us. If the guy is a Black Cat, it's because there's a justification for him. We might be really deep there from what we think. We'll verify it again in fall camp. But, man, we just want to help get some guys some roles. But I'll tell you this, a lot of folks talking to the special teams coordinator. A lot of folks just kind of hang around the special teams office. Because when you start looking and seeing how guys are performing at your position, the next way to get on is to be one of them core 4 guys, right? And so, Coach Hadley has had a tall task to try to figure out who can kick our team 6 deep at every spot.
Oh, wow.
We ain't even getting 6 reps. They just, can I go? And when that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case when we got here. The case was, man, we didn't even want to do special teams because we didn't have enough people when we did it. So the tide has turned in the program, and we're still growing. But we got a lot of guys, man, that are vying for starting spots, and they know that there's some more guys on the way. We're not done recruiting. We make that very bold every day. We tell them that. Just because you were don't mean you are. You might be good this spring. You might think you're okay in the summer, and you might get bypassed. And so those guys know that they never can sit tight in the program, and I think that's helped us.
Yeah. Because I think if they look at last year's team, they'll see I can't think of anybody in the roster that I could just go to the game and know they're starting. It could change. And the special teams is key because as Coach Northern and Lionel know, that's how Kadero Hodge made his longevity in the NFL. You know, he wasn't always out there all the time as a receiver, but he was always on the team because he loved playing kickoff. And he was and the gunner on the punter, he liked playing that. So he got good at that, and they were like, no, we can't let this guy get away. So, you know, that's good that you're teaching them that early.
I'll tell you what else has helped us real quick to that point. Having Trevor Randall come back, having Cam Bonner come back, now that they've done their workout tour, and Cam Bonner just went to the Texans pro day, the local pro day the other day. And man, those dudes come back and go, they tell you what you told them, right? Hey, man, coach, the punt, the special teams coordinator, I'm glad I had that experience on punt. Well, I kind of remember when you kind of turn your nose up. And y'all know, like, I'm the guy that'll say that to you. Like, man, don't come over here talking about no punt. You ain't even want to be on punt.
Yeah.
But those guys, they come back and they tell the team, like, hey, man, he's right about when you leave here, it's not up to you anymore.
Yeah.
You're hoping somebody let you come run on punt.
Yeah.
You're hoping somebody call you and want to look at you. And so, man, y'all probably just need to listen. If I could do it over again, I'd listen earlier, right? And so you hate to hear that, but you love to hear from where we're sitting because it helps the guys that are still sitting in the room.
Yes.
So those guys have done a great job. I'm looking forward to those guys that we lost ending up in somebody's camp, man. If you don't bring Trevor Randall to camp, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And I'll tell any GM that. You're a bona fide idiot, and you should be fired tonight if you don't bring Trevor Randall, Cam Peters, or Cam Bonner to camp. You're crazy. It don't cost you nothing but a piece of chicken.
Yeah.
For them to be able to get in there and do something. And so those guys, to me, are worthy. They ran well, and I'm looking forward to them to seeing where they land.
Coach, when you talking to some of those NFL guys, does it seem like they, in your opinion, discredit the coaching that's going on at the FCS level, in particular some of the SWAC guys? Because it's always like they just want fast guys because they feel like we hadn't coached them. Do you still get that vibe for some of them guys?
Yeah, sometimes, Coach. I've been the pro liaison as an assistant everywhere I've been. So a lot of those guys were, when I was at the other place, they're still in this area, right?
Yeah.
And so they kind of know how I feel about, don't come in here and act like these guys ain't getting coached.
Yeah.
But so here's the data we have now that we didn't have then. We get guys, when you talk about pure coaching, we get guys from the Power Four that can't get in the stands. We get guys from the Power Four that don't know what eyes, hands, and feet are. So now I go on the attack.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we got this dude from so-and-so, and I know that's your boy over there, but he didn't teach him a damn thing. And so I won't allow you to form this opinion in your head of what we're coaching, how we're coaching. Just evaluate the kid's talent. It ain't your job to evaluate what we're doing, because what we're doing with a kid ain't going to be beneficial for you. We trying to win here. You think I care about the Cleveland Browns winning? The Cleveland Browns going to Cleveland Brown every day.
Right.
And so for me, we got to make sure that the Prairie View A&M Panthers are winning. But evaluate him on the things that you evaluate guys on. Same way you evaluate the guy at Texas and Texas A&M, evaluate our kid the same way. Don't worry about who he playing against, because if he get in your camp and don't do well, you've cut way worse.
Yeah.
Everybody, and I heard Doug say this at the Legacy Bowl, when they get past the fourth round, they just drafting to be drafted. It's the scouts draft. So evaluate our kids based on what they do on the field and how they test. Don't evaluate our kids on, he must not be getting coached. Coach, can he take coaching? Can you take coaching? We out here, we'll scream at you if you walk in here the wrong way. We out here coaching everybody, and that's all black college. Everybody coaching, man, because everybody coaching for something, which is a lot of it is our jobs, right? And so we kind of attack them, coach, like we do a lot of people when they come in here, and just let them know, don't form any biases against our players. Not because of where they came from. We're going to give you the rundown. Man, if they've been in trouble, we're going to tell you. If they've had a clean slate, we're going to tell you. We're going to tell you about mama, daddy, sister, brother, fifth grade teacher, all the things you already want to know. We made it easy for you to put it in a packet. because I never want them to say they're not coming to Prairie View because they don't get this. On the flip side, though, Coach, I tell the kids, I'm gonna tell them absolutely everything.
Yeah,
Right,
I ain't gonna
right,
lie
right.
for you. I ain't gonna lie on you.
I ain't gonna lie. If you slow foot, you slow foot. If you don't work hard, I'm gonna tell them you don't work hard. If they gonna ask. If you don't lift extra weights and you know you got a shoulder problem, I'm gonna tell them, because I'm not going to ruin it for the guys coming behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it works both ways. Y'all need to come in here and evaluate them for what they are. Players, you need to do what you need to do to help us win, because us winning brings more people to campus, because now they feel like we got some players. And then you need to make sure you perform with.
No, that's true. I mean, at the end of the day, it makes sense, and I like how you talk about Trevor Randall, Cameron Bonner coming back, right, and kind of being that extension of what you guys have said. And you talk about really building the program. I feel like, and you mentioned it too. You talk about if it's just us saying it, then we haven't made it yet, right? It's when the players start to say it to one another. It's when certain of them start to rise up and become leaders. That's when it really starts to become real. And I feel like on the large scale, when you now have players who've been through the program completely, they've now got these jobs from alum, et cetera, they're out now working, and they not only come back and say, hey, this is how the scouts is going to judge you, but they say, hey, man, I've been working this job for 2 years now. Man, this is how they evaluate you, right? This is how they look at KPIs. This is actually what they care about. That is solidifying the program through and through. And you talked about when you first got here and even recently you said, hey, I'm trying to distance myself from those with low expectations, right? And I'm in complete agreement with you on that.
Me too.
Now, how, in your mind, what does it take to take this program who's seen ups, Billy Nick's era, and real lows and downs right through the 90s, et cetera? What does it take for Prairie View to be a perennial FCS power, as you say, right? What is that going to take from fans, alum, staff players, whatever, administration? What is that going to take, right? Because people who have those expectations don't understand that it takes something to get there too, right? From everybody. So what does that look like when it's now where you see it being?
Yeah, man. Man, I stood on that podium January 7, 2025, and I meant everything I said. When I told everybody Prairie View A&M is going to be, should have always been, an elite FCS program. What that looks like is a belief and a trust that things are going to be done the right way, and that we're going to build the program in the right manner. But it's not going to be a trust that you can control. And it's not going to be, you can't give us your money, and then if we don't do exactly what you think should be done, you go out and tell everybody don't give nobody no money because they ain't doing what I wanted them to do. It's going to take the administration to see it first, because the administration has the largest stake in the game. They're going to have to put their money up without seeing much results, right? And so they're going to have to put faith in us that we're going to get a job done as a coaching staff and as a group of as the collective of players to go continue to fight and put the program on the map from a win standpoint. They're going to have to give us the resources to do that, and the fans and alums are going to have to support it without wanting anything from it. And so I was having this conversation the other day. I'm not asking anybody to come to the game anymore. I'm done with that. I was, it's kind of like when you first start praying, you go, now lay me down to sleep, pray Lord my soul to keep. That was the first prayer your mama taught you, right? Well, now we pray big boy prayers. Like we off them, now lay me down to sleep. We're on to the next thing, right? So in the next thing, we're not asking nobody to come to the game. If you don't like what you see in a product that we put out there and you don't want to spend your money on it, fine by me. Because I don't get paid if people come to the game. I get paid to win the game. Like, nobody comes, I don't care. Like, and I'm gonna be real honest, bro. I only want people to come to the game because I think our players deserve people to come to the game. Because we put them through so much that they deserve to have an audience on Saturday nights. But the harsh reality of it is if you don't want to go, don't go. We're going to win anyway. And so this product that we put out there and it's at its beginning stages, if you don't have the vision and the foresight to see where this program is going and want to be a part of it, then we don't want you to be a part of it. We have our people that are really with us. We understand that, and we're grateful for that, because I've been in some programs that don't really have that at all. Mm-hmm. And so they might not be giving all the money, but that belief, that fuels, it matters. We can feel it. And so the administration going to have to step up. We're going to have to maintain and step up our level as coaches and as a collective. And then the fan base is going to have to step up, because we need to make sure that in order for us to be elite, Montana State packed their stadium every week. Mm-hmm. They got 15,000 too. And I'm done hearing the excuse of, well, coach, we came from 3,500 to. Man, I don't care about none of that. There was no Red Light Tuesday downtown either, but everybody seemed to find it now.
Yeah,
it's a lot of things that are now that we seem to want to be a part of, right? And so, just get it done. We need to get it done, and if we do that, Prairie View A&M is already. I can't go nowhere without people talking to me about Prairie View A&M.
Right.
If that's the case now, imagine what it would be when we have an elite football program. And everybody else will benefit from it. Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of people don't like hearing that. But when football is strong, everybody else, all of a sudden enrollment up.
Yep.
All of a sudden, people getting bonuses over there in the White House is what I call it. Mm. Next thing you know, the chancellor, he on campus a little bit more.
That's true. I've seen that.
We're the only school in the system that played for a national championship.
That's facts.
That's right.
That's what we are. Our president left graduation, hit the jet, showed up in the third quarter. That from what they tell me before, she likes flying jets. We all do. So the jet get a little more gas when Prairie View A&M is elite, right? And so we just got to believe that we are who we say we are, and we got to put our money where our mouth is, because somebody before A&M had 100,000, somebody put their money up.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think Walt Disney said, if you build it, they'll come. Yeah. And so I think you got to make sure you build it in the right manner, and that's all we're trying to do, man. We're trying to build on. There was already a great foundation here. A lot of coaches put a lot of work in before I got here, right? We just understood how to hit it quickly, and so in navigating this landscape. So we're excited about it, but when they're ready to step up, we here. We didn't go nowhere. We stayed.
Coach, I have a question for you. I've been a couple of places where we got that thing turned around and the enrollment go up, as you say. Have you heard anything specifically from the other side of campus about either applications going up or anything like that? Because I know it can happen in a hurry. Like you say, when you get a good football team, then you add on to it basketball and made it to the big dance. Yeah. Hey, they're going to have to build some more apartments on 290 soon.
Yeah. We needed them before the season started. I'll be honest with you, man. Since the spring, enrollment had been trending up. Mm-hmm. The institution really targeted. We met with a lot of people, and they wanted to target transfer enrollment. Mm-hmm. Prairie View A&M wasn't getting a lot of transfers. Mm. The first thing I said is, y'all got the right one. Yeah, everybody about to be 22. Don't worry about that. We gonna get
there. You go.
Man. And so
that's it.
They had a target number, and I think our class last year before the season helped them reach or get really close to that target. I can't remember which one, but I hadn't heard anything lately. But here's what I know. I know when there's people in the football inbox trying to get an admissions application, that admissions up. That's what I know. Yeah. Why would you reach out to me for regular admission? Mm-hmm. Like, why would you reach out to our football account for regular admission? I know that when people come on tours, they stop by the field house.
Yeah.
And I know if I'm out at lunch, the tour people stop me and have me talk to the people.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not doing that for everybody. And when you pass by, you go, "I go the guy from Twitter. I seen him on social media." So you hear it, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we came here to do. We came to help the university. And Prairie View can stand on its own by itself. It's a really good university by itself.
Yeah.
But when football hot, when you add basketball onto that, man, I was so happy for basketball.
Yeah.
We beat Bethune. I went, it's up now. Let me get to the cigar lounge. It's up.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this too. AD Golf had them do a study from December 1st to April 1st. What was the value of the marketing that we got between the two sports?
Mm-hmm.
It was right at 14 million.
Wow.
And so you look at that, man. That's money we didn't pay. And so when you got $14 million worth of marketing, everything up. I'll tell you what else is up. Employees are up. People want to work at Prairie View A&M. That lady come by the office, get some season tickets. She was trying to get them in the orientation. So now I got to go talk to the people and say, man, we got to get them tickets in that orientation. We missing customers.
That's right.
Oh, good one.
You know, and so she made it a point to stop by and come get it and let me know she got her season ticket. She just started last Monday. So when you're winning, man, people want to be a part of it and around it. And what we've been doing now, we're just waiting on the spring sports to seal the deal.
Yeah.
So Bland beating everybody 100-0.
Yes, our fault.
And so we looking forward to it.
Yeah. Matter of fact, one of the ladies from my church actually just was hired to work with Prairie View on the academic side too as well. So just 2 months ago. So yeah, it's definitely up all around right now. But go ahead, Coach. I know we're gonna close out and let you go in a second, right? I just want to get a last couple questions in. Go ahead, Coach Norton.
The only other thing I was going to ask about was, is there anything around the office that you could say, you know, at one time, like the cowboy remotes was a thing, or some more laptops? Is there anything that might not cost a whole, even the nutrition side? I hear a lot of people talk about just somebody maybe that work at a company that can send you guys. So anything that you can think of that's not a big money item, they say, hey, we can use this soon, if not immediately.
Yeah. Coach, man, you know, I'm looking to upgrade our TV sizes in our coaches' offices. When I got here, we didn't have TVs in the coaches' offices. Well, some of our coaches, as you know, we use them as meeting rooms.
Yes.
And so you never want the guy in the back to not see himself on film, right? And so the way you do that is you get a bigger TV. And so those are things we're looking to upgrade. I looked up, I saw you can get a 75-inch TV for $300 these days.
Yeah.
75-inch TV 10 years ago was in a big old box and you couldn't afford it. And so we're looking to do little things like that. And so we got about 10 of those offices that we want to upgrade from the 40-inch to the 70-inch TVs. The cowboy remotes are about $350 a piece because they keep going up. They like gas because they go up every other week. But those are things that we always try to keep in-house. Again, not a big. We do a really good job, man. Miss Thomas is our football ops person. Miss Thomas wear a lot of hats, as you know. But man, the Dell computers that we have, we're on point. This is some of the best laptops that I've ever been a part of having. So we got Dion, who I say he's our athletic IT guy. I don't know if that's his title or not, but he over there. He keeps us with the latest, the cutting edge technology. Here's something I want people to know we're getting. We're adding 3 cameras to the stadium. That no more we're gonna have to fly drones. Have people standing there filming. Those people are gonna be able to sit inside and film the games and film practices. That's something we picked up when we went to Colorado. And you know, they got cameras and they got indoors and all that. But I just don't think it's safe to have people standing outside, nor are the conditions good. You know, you got some young ladies out there filming this. It's pouring down rain and they in that tower getting hit all upside the head with that rain, or it's super hot out there. They can now sit in the comfort of being inside, and we get 3 angles. And so as a coach, as a line coach, I like seeing the back copy from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, now we'll be able to do that. We'll put one on the scoreboard. Will be one on the press box, and then one on the field house. And so those are actually, we're trying to get them installed before the spring game so we can get a test run. And so I think that was really big, man. We've been growing and moving and doing some things, but if there's somebody out there that want to buy 10 75-inch TV, we sure will take those.
Hey, they might be on clearance.
That's $3K right there, $300.
Yeah.
Right. But
hey,
I
Coach,
think,
correct me if I'm wrong. You guys are getting a new field. Is it this year or is it next year?
April 20th, they're gonna tear it up.
Okay.
oh wow.
April 20th, man. So they were actually out last week. We're gonna play the game on Friday. They're gonna send a crew out there Saturday to do a little surveying. And we're gonna come back Monday, and them tractors and trucks will be out there. They're gonna tear it up, man. We're getting a really nice field. We're gonna release a deal here in a couple of days.
Okay.
But every 5 yards will be a different color green.
Mm-hmm.
And so it'll look real nice, real presentable. We're gonna move some things off to the sideline. The Blackshear field will now be in the white.
Yeah.
So now we can sell that space for ads, and now that we can make money we can have revenue off of the field. And so we just trying to look to create different ways to create revenue. But it should be one of the nicest fields. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's going to be the nicest field in the SWAC, and then one of the nicest in Texas. Because the people that are doing it, they've done a really good job everywhere. It's going to be a lot cooler. Cut 30 degrees off the turf with the infield that we're getting. And so now we don't have to worry as much about as the wet bug as we used to. We had to hold out. You want to have that practice 7, trainer over there looking at you. You got to hold it out to 7-17 when the wet bulb go down. We should be able to get that done now with that turf. And then, Coach, we got them getting the grass back.
Okay.
I asked for them to get the grass together, get it laser graded and the whole nine. And I don't know if they're going to put a gate back around it. They told me at one time they used to have hay around it for homecoming or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't care what you got to put around. Just don't let nobody park on the grass no more.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for all the homecoming folks, the football field with grass with the lights, we taking that back. We need that because we play on grass, but we have no way to practice on grass.
Yeah.
And as you know, they don't make the spikes like they used to. Everything molded.
Yeah.
So you guys got to get a feel for it. So got some projects moving. The weight room will be brand new. When we leave, when finals are over and the boys are gone, they're going to turn the weight room around in about 4 weeks. And we'll have a brand new weight room with turf in it. The designs are phenomenal. And so it'll be all sports. Obviously, everybody will be able to benefit from that. But it's an exciting time on the hill, man. It's a lot of things shaking and moving. Somebody put in there that Sock and Randall are going to be the first ones to play a game on the new turf.
Yeah.
And it was that important to me that we got that done, that we let those two high schools who are state championship powerhouses in this state. They wanted to play here, and it was a no-brainer for me that they got it done. And so really looking forward to watch them play that Thursday before we go to Tarleton.
No, that's what's up. Coach, man, we appreciate you for coming and jumping on, obviously having a conversation with us, talking about just the football week. And really, honestly, we're just excited, man. We, especially on this channel, we've been talking about writing big checks for a long time. So if anybody is happy to have somebody who willing to talk and write some big checks, it's me, okay? It is definitely me, right? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I've hit the jackpot. I've hit the lottery, right? Not just the fact that you're willing to talk, but obviously put the work in to actually get it done as well. And so obviously behind you, I saw somebody putting a comment too as well a little bit earlier about buses for away games. But listen, that's what Coach say. Hey, he ain't asking questions no more. That's our job, right? That's what we got to step up, right? Last year, shouts out to Mark, shouts out to I Love PVU, etc. Many people put together some buses for like the Atlanta game, for the Jackson Championship game. But the reality is, we got to do that starting with the Tarleton game, right? I can't wait. Great stadium, great atmosphere in Stephenville. Man, they packed that thing out. we got to carve our section and be there so we can be loud so that the players can hear us. Because, you know, I've loved talking to the players last year, and even no matter how big or small, whatever it was, they felt the energy.
They heard us, yeah.
We're there and we're making noise and we're loud, and they will let you know that they feel it, right? And so it's something more special, especially on those away games when you're there and you got your slither there, you know, and they hear you in the stands, especially when they put in where it's different than to go to the away games and you hear them, because then it's like, okay, we taking over, right? But got to do it at home and away too. And so I'm super excited about that, Coach. But any last words you got for people as we get ready for this football week?
Yeah, man, I'll tell you this. You know, you mentioned on something that I've been meaning. I hadn't been on here since we got back, but the people that watch your show and that watch all the shows that you have in the series all week, man, I want to make sure I tell those people thank you, because the postseason was a phenomenal display of who we can be. When we and I understood, everybody, Prairie View is results driven. I understand exactly where we are, but we don't beat Jackson State in Jackson without our people.
Yeah,
we don't have the successes early on in the Celebration Bowl that we had without our people, and we don't stay in the fight without our people. And so I'm forever grateful, and that team wanted me to let people know that they're forever grateful for those people showing up. And we understand it wasn't cheap. We understand that if you took a flight to Jackson, Mississippi 1 week and had to turn around and take a flight to Atlanta the next week, that wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap for me to get my folks out there.
Mm-hmm.
I know it wasn't cheap for people, the average fan, to do that. But those people were true to their word, because when I got here, they said, Coach, if you get us to that Celebration Bowl, we're going to show out. Well, I was trying to figure out why we just couldn't show out before then, right? Why we just show out?
That's a good question.
You know what? Why I gotta go first? You treat me like that. Why I got to go first? But
we be scared. We gotta see.
Okay, all right, I'll go first. But I wasn't the only one that went. Right? You didn't let me go by myself.
Yeah,
they came. They showed up. Whoever the guy is in the suspenders. The purple and gold suspenders.
Well, we got 3 guys in the suspenders.
Yeah, we got 3 of them now.
It's 3 of them, but they look like one. I mean, when you turn around and get a quick glance like I do, it was phenomenal. The PV-12, and man, I enjoy how y'all fight for us on social media. The bus ride home was well worth it when we left Jackson, Mississippi. So that team and myself, man, certainly thank you. We look forward to this season. We need every day between now and then to get better and continue to grow, because this collective hasn't done anything.
That's right.
And they'll tell you that. We're not hunted. We're not defending. We're on the hunt for a championship, right? And I think it's really mature of them to understand that. And we look forward to just making people proud. And I know it's going to be better this year, because we'll be better this year. We feel better. It's not so much of a rush. But anytime you guys need me, man, please don't hesitate. We just a phone call away. I appreciate you.
No, for sure, man. And shouts out to Dwayne, actually the president of the Atlanta chapter, alumni chapter, right? He's one of those suspended guys. Of course, Isaiah, and then of course the VP checking in, Kaler. Those are the 3 guys who jump in the suspenders, man, and get it done, and it's starting something new. And shouts out to GMC and the students as well, man. You know, and seeing them pick up and really show up and show out, and them going to the home games and also to the games at Jackson, etc., has been big. And I think we are growing, right? And I always talk about all the time, listen, you got, the word says, man, do not despise small beginnings. There's a reason it says that. And so we are building, we're on the upswing, and then we getting into. Go ahead, Coach.
Hey, Lionel, real quick, man. I tried to get me some season tickets in section 107, right? Because I want to be one of the cool kids. And even though I ain't going to sit in there, I was going to put my folks in there. Man, the season tickets in 107, they damn near sold out.
Yeah,
you got the hottest section in the stadium, and I know Zay be on it, man. But I don't know how that started. But if you know somebody that can get me 2 tickets together in section 107, I'm willing to pay whatever I got to pay.
Coach, you ain't trying to get the hookup, huh?
Yeah. I didn't know what that meant when I got here. I looked up in the stadium. I went, oh, okay, it's on the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
107.
But no, man, just if you know somebody that's willing to negotiate a ticket or two, you know, I got a lot of single spots. I ain't got no two. I need two.
You need two together.
But yeah, two together.
Hey, we need two together. Hey, listen now, and when Coach saying that now, I'm gonna say this too. Y'all done bought them doggone tickets in section 107. Y'all better show up to every game. I had enough of looking up, seeing the student section full, and seeing it spotty in section 107. Like we got spots everywhere. It's like full on the side over here, full over here, but 107 ain't solid. 106, 108. Y'all done bought them tickets. Y'all ain't using them. You need to release them. Don't sit on the bench. Let Coach Chat get his two by the side. So we're going to say that right now. You ain't using them,
man. Just slide them to me. I might have a T-shirt in the deal for you. I know a guy. Get your T-shirt.
You know a guy.
Well, with that said, man, listen, Coach, we appreciate you coming on, right? Everybody, we popping out on Friday. We got the spring game coming up at 6 o'clock. Also, by the way, we talked about the spring sports. Listen, we all sliding to the softball field at 3 p.m. first and foremost. Let me let you know. We tailgate. We getting there early. Get there 12, 1 o'clock. Gonna eat a little. We're gonna slide over to softball and go crazy at softball. Y'all know how they do. We're gonna have a big
softball.
We're gonna slide over to the football game for the 6 p.m. So make sure y'all there. Make sure y'all in the place. It's gonna be a full day full of events. Hey, listen, PB Takeover, man. So with that said, man, we appreciate all y'all for coming on. If you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Show love. Of course, Wednesday we got Productive People with Said Brass. Thursday we got PV Nation podcast. So make sure you lock in, hit the notification bell. And with that said,